Hey, what's going on, guys? MinDQ7B here. Welcome back to the episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. It's episode number 123 today for our final season here in the New England 300 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. A track where we're not really having a proven track record here. Well, obviously, we're going to be allowed to use our setups for this race anyway, so we never really won or even come close to dominating this race. But, yeah. Last episode, we did a retro-style Daytona USA paint scheme special where it's not just myself, but 9 other cars fitted with the Daytona USA theming. So in case you missed that episode, go and check that out. Anyway, so now in terms of the point standings here, we're now 39 points behind Keller. We're gaining slowly on the number 55, but Green is still, yet to even have a win, is having a great average finish himself anyway. So we have to worry about that. Johnny Benson's now 4th in the point standings. And we had some people moving up and down the point standings, really. It's really, I would say, well, the top 3 have kind of like ran away with it so far, but it's still another half to go. As I said, we just got done the first half. Now we're in the second half. And obviously for this race, we're using our best equipment. Hence, you see the car rating 89. The fact, I really need to consider getting a new builder, I would say. Problem is, I'm a little scared with the current bank because we did not win that jackpot 5. We were not a part of the jackpot 5 of that one race, so I was a little bit scared, especially seeing how in Richmond, we're gonna really need that because we're probably gonna win that later on. But that's all there is to it. We're running the Rima colors for the first time in a while, so I wanted to go spice things back again, running those colors back about our season opener. So how fitting we're kicking off the second half of the season with these colors. Anyway, we'll see you guys at the track.
Joe Moore and Barney Hall welcoming you to Loudon, home of the New Hampshire International Speedway, for today's New England 300. What can we expect to see today, Barney?
Well, gear selection is everything here at New Hampshire. Very important to be able to accelerate out of these tight corners. The danger is picking too low of a gear and hitting the top end too early on the straights and blowing an engine.
The 77 car has not had much of a year so far on these speedway tracks.
Yeah, I have been surprised to see him run so poorly on these tracks. I can only imagine how he feels.
The Conseco Pontiac hasn't performed well at the speedway tracks this season.
Yeah, I really feel bad for those guys this season. They come to these tracks and work so hard, but they just never seem to get the car exactly right.
The 56 car seems to always finish in the top 10.
Oh yeah, to have an average finish in the top 10 for the season is mighty impressive. It can often be the difference that wins the championship.
So it's back-to-back poles for Jimmy Johnson. He got the pole at Daytona, now he's got the pole here at Loudon. So he's been really working on his qualifying effort. Meanwhile, for us, we had to go through a long ways because Loudon's not really a good track for us. So we're hoping to make that change today. As we got 75 laps to do it, we're underway here at New Hampshire. Of course, don't forget we have to make sure we stay in line on the start-finish line before we do anything. And now we're ready to go clear up. Our first customer of the day appear to be Sonoma's winner, Andy Santerre, but there's a lot of stacking up going on through here. We're just going to just sail right through on the inside line. Thank you very much to everyone that's been in down there. Up next, we're now 3 wide with Mayfield and Borkowski in that number 11 car. We're going to go sailing down to the inside again. Contact with Jack Sprague and, of course, with Bobby Hamilton Jr. We sailed past both of them, and now we're up to P30. We gained 13 spots in 1 lap. Our short run speed here has always been kind of good, but in terms of like long run pace, we just never go the 4 wide in the middle of turn 1, turn 2. A little bit of a squabble there, but with all those cars being back there. So now we're up to P26 as we're gonna go. Hey, look, it's those 2 guys that we were mentioning in the broadcaster before the start of the race, Tim Vidawa and Tony Roper. We're gonna just go sail past both of them like they don't even exist, and we're up nearly towards the midfield. We got Jeff Burton and Tony Stewart, who have always been having a trouble getting around these cars, at least to start these. As Greg Biffle just goes completely wide. And one thing about this track is, seems for an AI, they seem to be rather raceable here as we give Jeff Burton, the mayor himself, a couple donuts along the side. One of the goats here in this playthrough now, who has 5 championships, having a bit of a struggle getting he's always going to be the railroader on the outside now. Not a good look there as we pin Tony Stewart up against the wall. And we're going to keep moving our way up. We're literally in the midfield at this point. We've got Jay Sauter and Chad Chaffin, who ran that awesome blue and red Daytona USA scheme. Of course, we ran, of course, the yellow and red and black one as a symbol of the manual transmission cars. We're actually going to be passing him on the inside of this corner. Mark Green in the 9. We're going to be Jeff's brother. We're going to go set him down on the inside line. We're going to try to get a run off the corner, but I think he's going to have a little bit of an edge on the acceleration there. Point leader Jason Keller is just in front of us as well. Kurt Busch is trying to make a maneuver down 3, 4. Whoa. Oh, Kurt Busch almost made some disastrous moves there. And a big shout out to Casey Atwood, though, from last episode, though. He, I believe, finished inside the top 5 for, I think, the first time this season. And that tied Ford. So he's been really making it wonders as, Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch, because he nearly loses and he hits the wall again. He hits the wall right there, and it's going to stall Keller and the others behind. We're already up in so many different places. There's so much going on. Lyndon Amick has been qualifying well up here in this race, and Ron Hornady has been picking them off one by one in that Wood Brothers car. Kevin Harvick just passed him in the 36 car. It feels weird even to this day after been playing this mod for so long to put Kevin Harvick in the 36. After all these months, it's still weird to see Harvick in the 36 car. I still think it's pretty weird. That's why I love the silly season so much. As we're going to sail it down the inside of Hornaday. And then we got Glenn Allen Jr., who had a bit of a forgettable race at Daytona last time, running that light blue Daytona USA car, because don't forget I made 10 different variants of the car. It looks like Johnson has basically just sailed off into the distance. Jeff Green has moved up to second. He's going to try to begin chasing him down. Jimmy Johnson, though, I mean, he's been having a knack of just been having these early leads in these races, but he'll just eventually get caught. So he has a little bit of a leeway, I would say, for Jeff Green. As we're gonna just barely be outside the top 10 at this point. We're getting a little bit tight off these corners because I'm just hitting the gas a little too early. But we're here now at a P11, and we're gonna try to see if we can move our way a little bit forward there. So many laps later, we finally get to the back of Matt Kenseth and Randy LaJoie once again being inside the top 10. He's been really proving his worth here at Hendrick Motorsports. He's been really doing a great job in that number 5 car, being a good, solid midfield contender there. But we have Jason Keller got around all that traffic as well as Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart and Keller have both got around all those traffic cars. Even Casey Atwood is still a little bit struggling from behind now. We're trying to make our way around Kenseth and LaJoie as fast as we can to try to give ourselves a little bit of a distance there between the point leader and Stewart. But, Keller. And, the rear tires are starting to give a little way now. So I'm thinking my setup's just a little bit too loose, so I might have to go increase positive wedge to try to get this thing tighter. We're not going to take out wedge like we normally do. I actually kind of want to increase it just by like a half a round, just to give myself a little bit more corner exit speed, because I feel the rear tires are just going away already at this point. The run is, speaking of, I just kind of lost the nose. So it literally just seemed like the opposite of what I just said happened there. I mean, it's more of a rotational issue, so we're going to tighten the car just because of that. That was just probably me, not braking the car properly anyway. We got Randy LaJoie right in front of us doing a very good job of placing his car in a perfect spot as Keller is going to continue to be a nuisance behind us. I'm just more worried about the second part of the run, because that's where usually our car just goes to die in these races. But we're going to go sail it down the inside and take 9 places. We hit the wall. It made contact with Randy LaJoie. That's going to allow Keller to go through. We're going to try to go for the repass once down here as we give Keller a bit of a contact there. We give Keller a bit of the contact there. We check for damage. There's none, but we made a huge driving error, and we let Keller through. Keller just says thank you very much for those 2 free positions, and I'm going to go chase after the other guys in front, including my teammate Nemechek. So literally, we just got dummied by Keller because we just sailed it in too hard, racing against LaJoie. We hit the wall. That's what cost us the spot there. So now we're going to try to defend our 10th place spot, because I can feel a rear tire starting to give away now as somebody's blowing an engine. That appears to be Mayfield as I doubly hit the wall. So now it's just going to be hopefully I'll make the car tighter anyway, but it's still a rotational issue as I'm trying to get myself back on the gas as soon as possible, because I'm in 4th gear. I'm afraid of shifting down to 3rd gear because it's going to cause too much rotation on the tires and spin me out. So we're just going to chill behind Keller here. If he slips up, we'll make a pass down here, because we just did a pretty good corner here, actually. We might be able to... No, we're not going to be able to, because he's going to have a good corner exit speed there. I put a little more downforce on the car so I can actually make these corners a little bit better. So maybe, I guess, too much front downforce makes my car looser, according to the game. So, actually, no, we might be able to get the spot back here from Keller. Hold on a second. Woo! Nearly contact again between championship rivals, ourselves and Keller. Could we even go down and make the repass on him after doing something like this? No, we kind of slid the tires a little bit. It's just side-by-side racing here still. Our tires indicate are worn now, and it looks like Keller's going to be able to win this round for now. But as I say that now, can we make the pass on him? We have a great corner on the corner exit there. I was actually thinking about cutting off the footage just right there, just trying to get myself refocused. But of course, we're side by side with Keller. This is for the championship, of course, between ourselves and Keller. Oh, the handling, like I said, is starting to really go away now. So again, he'll win round 2, but he's really taking these corners really wide. Like, I hope his spotter knows that he's clear. But he's been taking these corners awfully wide, as Jimmy Johnson, I think, now is completely pulled away from second place. Looks like Jeff Green trying to catch after Jimmy Johnson for his first win of the season. Not sure what just happened there with Tony Stewart as well. What the heck is going on there? He just completely creamed the wall. As we're going to try once again with the repass, but as the rear grip's just completely gone. We can't get the quarter exit speed anymore, so we're really going to have to think about coming down pit road. But at the same time, we really don't want to do that, because pitting at this track usually means like somebody's going to hit the pit barrels over here in this game. So we have to be really cautious if we even think about coming down pit road. As you can see now, this is what I was fearing of. All 4 tires are completely shot, including, as I feared, the rears. Oh, you can see there, like I had to control the car there. We might even lose some spot to Stewart. That means more spots lost, meaning more points gained for Keller. We're actually going to let Stewart go through, but we're going to try to make the repass on the inside, make him get stuck behind Keller. But we're just losing all lateral grip. Yeah, we've lost the rear grip, and now even Jeff Burton's probably going to try to join the party. But if Stewart gets around Keller, you know, he's still riding that middle line. I guess that's where his car is like the most comfortable at. I mean, I could try to run the middle line, but again, I feel like my tires are just like losing the rotation, so I can't even keep up with them anymore as regarding to that. So as I said, that's the reason why I'm going to be making the change to negative 2.0 instead of negative 2.5 that I have already. Randy, whoa! Okay, so that's honestly not that good of a corner there. That's how you know when the tires are completely gone. Now we just have to nurse and hope to goodness the caution does come out. Jimmy Johnson still pulling away from Jeff Green. He might go coast to coast here at this rate, as we keep bleeding spots at this point. We got to try to get that spot back from Kenseth, but I can't make any promises. The rear tires are just absolutely gone. Oh, I think that might have been what I thought it would be. The caution flag is out. We're gonna try to see if we can steal 1 spot at least. That's gonna bunch the whole field back up together. So Johnson's lead is going to be destroyed now because someone ate the barrels for breakfast. I wonder what it tastes like, but I don't want to find out. I wonder what it tastes like, but I don't want to find out. But whoever was there didn't blow up, so they're fine there. We're going to come home with P15 at nearly the halfway point in this race. So we can do short-term speed, but again, it's Jerry Nadeau. How'd that taste, Jerry? Good? Either way, so his front end is completely smashed now. We're going to come down pit road and make our adjustments. Now, between negative 1.5 and negative 2, I got to do negative 2. I want to have some rotation. That's the thing. I'm afraid negative 1.5 won't give us so much rotation as a lot of calamity here down pit road. And we keep holding up everybody. Even Kurt Busch gets held up, and he ran over my crew member. Our crew member went right through him. I can't even tell what's happening there, but I can't even figure out what's going on here. Our pit cycle's acting a little bit weird there, as we're up to P11 now. Somebody keeps getting held up in the pits. I can't even tell who's leading the race. So that's Jimmy Johnson over Johnny Benson, Ward Burton, and even Jeff Green. So Green, once again, pit crew is really holding him back, as we're going to have a 40-lap run to the finish. Can Jeff Green hold on? Not Jeff Green. Can Jimmy Johnson get his 3rd win of the season by holding off Johnny Benson and Jeff Green? Johnny Benson and Jeff Green are both looking for their first wins of the season. As for ourselves, we're trying to look for win number 5, I would say. Burton's trying to look for win number 3. Jeff Burton, anyway. Gordon's trying to get his 2nd win of the season. And Stewart's trying to get, I think, his 4th win of the season. I think he has 3 wins already in the season, as we're down on the inside. Harvick has won a race already this season. The car is tighter, which is fine, but I feel like now I'm going to have a little bit more comfortable time exiting these corners. Because I think I might have overdid the rotation, the wedge a little bit there for this track. I think I might have overdone it. As it's Jimmy and Jeff leading the way. He got around Johnny Benson, no problem. So now we're just going to bring the fight to them. Leffler's doing a great job holding up in P7. But we're going to try to get through this pack here and get ourselves towards the front. It is all single file from here, from first to where we're at anyway. Even Jeff Burton has gone to the party as well. We're trying to make a maneuver on Leffler, but we just barely losing those trying to make a pass underneath them. The AI are just having a really good line on the outside line. They have a really good sense of defending here as we're trying to use any bit of traction that we have to get around our boy number 94 of Jason Leffler running that beautiful FedEx Express Ford. Can we even make a pass on him down the inside? Meanwhile, on the sharp end, it looks like Jeff Green is still trying to get around Jimmy Johnson here. He's still looking for his first win of the season, mind you. Johnny Benson's still comfortably running in 3rd. He's trying to get his first win of the season. Ooh. Lost the rear end a little too much, just parking the bus right in front of Leffler. That's going to make me lose the draft to Ward Burton, so we're going to have to push our pace a little bit up now to try to stay in that slipstream here. But I'm confident with my setup that we still have enough straight line speed to go after him. Hold on, I see some action going on up in front. It looks like Jeff Green's trying to make a maneuver on Jimmy Jam. He wants that first win. He's throwing away 2 races already. He's going to try to take the lead. You can barely see far up in the screen. I'm pretty sure the pixels are pretty small, but looks like Jeff Green has finally gotten around Jimmy Johnson, and he's taken the lead of the race. The Nesquik from Morgan McClure Racing has finally taken the lead, and we're going to be struggling at least a little bit here on out, because I can start to feel the road to the back end really start to kick out as Jason Leffler hits the wall. I have lost the touch with Ward Burton. We're now 3 seconds back. And a strategy call here wouldn't be such a bad idea. Maybe to come down pit road if a caution comes out. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to try to get a little bit of a tire advantage on these guys. But who knows, I would say. I mean, our goal is to finish ahead of Keller, who is, I think, now behind Kenseth anyway. He's working his way through the field. That's who I want to finish ahead of today. It's just finish ahead of Keller. Gain points on him a little bit more and more as our nearest championship competitor, but our other nearest championship competitor now is leading the race and actually scored bonus points. That is honestly huge for the championship there. He's going to gain a lot on us and Keller. So, yeah, this championship, it's like I said, it's a new life. It's a new second half of the championship. There's still a lot of racing left to go. 20-some laps to go, and look at this man. He's back again. Jason Keller trying to take the lead away again. Not really the lead, I would say, but more like the spots away. I'm so used to him being up towards the front. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But Jason Keller, he is on the charge. He's gotten around both of Jeff Burton, and I can't even tell who's behind him anymore. My memory is just so bad and short. Jason Leffler. Hey, I totally did forget about you, I promise. Our tires are starting to go away a little bit now, but we kind of pulled away from Jeff Burton and Leffler, but now we have another problem. The point leader, which our goal is to actually just finish ahead of. Ward Burton is, I mean, we're not really like losing or at least losing the person in front, but Green is pulling away from Johnson, but Stewart's up to P5. Could he try to run him down as well? Jeff Gordon running P4 right now. Ward is 6th. That's actually the highest finish he's been in a long time. Ourselves in 7th. We're trying to hold off Keller here for P8. We're going to keep losing time. I mean, obviously, we're not a race-winning car for this track anyway. We're probably going to settle for, hopefully, a top 10 finish before these tires just decide to die. Obviously, the setup change kind of helped, especially at the very early in the run. That's actually our new fastest lap, a sub-27. That's honestly the fastest I've been the entirety of the time of all my testing. So, obviously, what I did now, really helped out quite a bit when it comes to, like, making a car, like, handle a little bit better. So I guess I should probably have a little bit more of the tighter side rather than having the looser side anyway. So this car is, like previously, the previous runs I would have, they would just die off completely. So obviously, I guess this one subtle change could really affect the car like a lot with the wedge anyway. So it's really helped us out. It's not like fishtailing loose, or at least not yet. I'm hoping that fishtailing just stays away and never come back again, I would say. But we do want to have a little bit of rotation anyway. We want to make sure we're able to get out of these corners quite well. But our crew chief's telling me get around these guys already. Like, dude, I'm doing whatever I can with the car you provide me. And we got Ward Burton in front of us as well. We might be able to sniff the draft and actually close in. But Keller's been on our rear ends this entire time as well. We finally called out to Ward Burton. We're going to be able to try to make a maneuver down here. Could we even make the pass? No, not quite. Not so easily anyway. The AI always seem to have a really preferable tie. They really like that middle line so much in this game. They're able to defend it quite well. We're going to keep try again. In case you don't succeed, try again. We're going to try to park the bus, but we don't. We just get the diamond perfectly there. Mess up his quarter exit there, and we steal 6 away from one button. We steal 6 away, but he might try to get a little bit of payback for us, try to get the spot back, but he won't be able to that corner anyway. Now we're just gonna hopefully as he hits the wall. That stalls Keller and all the other stuff. They all had to check up back there, but Ward completely hits that wall hard in that right front side. Green is just gone now. I'm getting distracted so much. I'm actually getting extremely tight there. Front tires are really gone away now, but I'd rather have that than the rear tires at this point because I was just spinning out of control there. But now we just have to nurse these tires all the way through. Of course, some meat shield you are, Ward Burton, really. Some meat shield you are, as Keller gets around no problem. And now he's up at the P7. 10 laps to go coming up this time by. Green is still doing a fantastic job away. We're now 7.5 seconds back. He's completely pulled away, so he's figured out something in this track compared to what we do anyway. He's pulled away from actually Jimmy Johnson and Johnny Benson, who are still sitting, looks like, to be P2 and P3. Gordon's still holding up in P4. Stewart's in 5th. We're out at the course in the P6. Keller in 7th. Ward Burton 8th. And our rear tires are starting to go away a little bit now, but I don't feel like the terrible looseness sensation as I did before. So so whatever we did definitely helped. And looks like Leffler's still up there. I can't even tell who's fighting for P10 back there. I can't tell if it's Kenseth or what in my rearview mirror. It's kind of hard to tell, but we're sitting pretty in P6. The pole goal of today was to finish ahead of Keller, and I think we did just that. That's exactly what we wanted to do here today, and just keep chipping away that points lead. Well, we have to hold on for a little while longer, but Jeff Green's going to catch up to some lap traffic. Will that hold him up enough for the other leaders to catch up? Less than 4 laps to go. Nothing has really changed. We haven't really gained on Stewart. In fact, we lost our time to Stewart, but we're actually not losing any time to Keller either. Maybe I say that now as we lose, our car just gets a little bit upset, and I'm afraid of shifting down because I don't want to lose the rear grip there. But we really haven't we kind of been a stalemate progress this entire times. Green, I guess he's been able to get through these lap cars no problem. As he's still having, I could barely see him, but he's definitely pulling away from all the other cars that are up there. I think Gordon might have taken 3rd away from Johnny Benson there, so he's going to probably steal P3 away from the Aaron's Dream Machine. As for us, though, we're just hoping that... Oh, Ward Burton! Ward Burton's going to try to make the pass on Keller. That's also pretty huge. We're hoping he would get around him. I think Keller's starting to finally completely fade as Burton's trying to make a maneuver on Keller. Can he make the move done? Coming to the white now ourselves. And Ward Burton gets the move done, and it's not the only one either. Leffler might take the spot away too. Oh, this is helpful. All the help in the world. Keller's going to get railroaded on the outside line at the last lap of the race. Leffler might be taking the spot away from Keller. That's all absolutely huge. We would love to see that happen. Honest to goodness, even Steve Park might be able to take the spot away. Keller crawling to the finish line. He's having a big struggle into his car. But Leffler's going to finish 7th. Out of all that really helped in the last lap there. But Jeff Green finally gets it done for the first win of the season.
Not many drivers led a lap in this race.
Well, to be honest, Joe, I'm a little surprised that we didn't have more leaders. Just goes to show that with the right setup and the right strategy, you really can dominate a NASCAR Winston Cup race.
The 56 car took excellent care of his race car.
Yeah, you never quite know what's going to happen in these NASCAR Winston Cup races. When you finish a race and your car still looks brand new, you've done one heck of a job as a driver.
Unfortunately, we're out of time for now. Thanks for joining us. Next up is Pocono.
So Jeff Green finally gets his first win of the season. It took him 18 races to actually do it, to finally show his competitive prowess in victory lane. He's throwing away a race at Bristol. He's throwing away a race at Pocono after cutting a tire. Well, speaking of Pocono, that's upcoming next. So he's ready for round 2, and hopefully he can learn some lessons about what happened there and get himself that second win of the season, and actually in a row, too. So, you know, Jeff Green, he's out for blood now, I would say. This is like the blood and chocolate milk that mixed together. I'm not sure if that's how the combination that is anyway. As for ourselves, that's literally the best possible race that we could have imagined. Even Jason Keller finished a few spots back at the very end, but Jeff Green enters himself in the chat in there. He's going to prove why he's going to be a 2-time champ later this season. All right. Well, that was a good race for us, actually. That's actually very, very good. As you just saw your top 10 there, of course, Jeff Green, he did not lead the most lap. That honor goes to Jimmy Johnson. He'll get the bonus 10 bonus points. Jeff Green wins finally his first win of the season. He might actually overtake us in points now, actually, so it's a bit concerning there that he might have the second half surge that we just don't know about. Johnson comes home in second. Jeff Gordon third. Johnny Benson fourth. Tony Stewart fifth. Ourselves sixth. Leffler ended up finishing second. He actually finished ahead of Ward Burton. Honestly, a very great day for the Bill Elliott Melling Racing team. Really good stuff there for the 94 team. Ward Burton actually steals 8th away from Keller, who finishes in 9th. And Steve Park ends up in the top 10 spots as we take a look through the rest of the field here today. And that's about your typical stuff here, it seems. Not that much parity besides the top 10, I guess, in these races. Yeah, we kind of need... That was probably the best New Hampshire race that could have been possible for us. Honest to goodness, that's probably the best New Hampshire race possible. As we take a look now through the standings, we're gained a little bit on Keller. Green has gained a lot. So we have that to worry about anyway. So we have a lot to worry about. Jeff Green finally gets his first win of the season. It took like half the season to get there, but it's not how you start these seasons, it's how you finish them. So now, the points between the top 3 are separated by 44 points. Still plenty of racing left to go in the season. Can we retake the points lead at some point? Because I still fear Atlanta Motor Speedway. I fear it. I just know that race is just going to be very, very bad for us. So I just know it. It's like a looming threat, if you know what I mean. Like, obviously you can't see it. That just means you know it's not there, right? But you know it's there. It's coming. It's just like somewhere like in the back of your mind that it's just going to haunt you for the rest of time until it gets there. Like a school assignment that's you just choose not to do until the last possible minute. I trust me, I've been there. It's just I fear about this racetrack still. So we have to figure out equipment wise what are we gonna do, because we got our ass cheeks clapped in the first race there. So we got that to worry about. But for now, I'm probably gonna bring back the Phillies car for this net race here at Pocono again. We'll have a double feature with the Phillies car next episode. But anyway, guys. If you liked the episode, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps on the channel quite a bit. And as always, we'll see you at the next race at Pocono. See you guys then.